Hi everyone, welcome to Astro Science, and today I have brought the sixth house in astrology. So let us see what does sixth house signify. As the time passes by, we have come across to such a house which is one of the most dreaded house of the horoscope. That is the reason it is also known as Dusthana house of the horoscope, means bad place in horoscope. So whenever a planet is associated with the sixth house, we have a unknown fear that how does the planet will behave. It makes a curiosity in our mind because the significance of this house is like that. So let us see what does the house signify. This house signifies the diseases, debts which are to be cleared off, which we incur in our lifetime and which we have incurred in the previous birth also are to be cleared off, seen from the sixth house. Enemies, how the enemies can hurt us. Are the enemies are really very strong? Are we very strong to curb down the enemies? Can be seen from the sixth house. Any sort of competition, rivalry, where competition can be taken off that place, anything regarding that can be seen from the sixth house, where the competition is going off. Litigation, court cases can be seen from the sixth house. Are you going to win the court case or not? Can be seen from the sixth house. Dishonor, sorrow, worries, ill luck and ill fortune, and any situation which can make us fall in a disturbing or embarrassing moment can be seen from the sixth house. Maternal uncle and aunts can be seen from the sixth house. Difficult situations in marriage can be seen from the sixth house because it is 12th from the seventh house. Daily routine and schedule which we follow right from the morning to night can be seen from the sixth house. Service, any type of service which we provide to the society, provide to the environment near us, that service can be seen from the sixth house. Small pets can be seen from the sixth house. So depending upon the significations, there are some dreaded significations of this house which can make us fall in a particular situation which we don't like normally. No one wants to have lots of enemies, or no one wants to have lots of diseases or lots of debts in their life. None of us like to have sorrow, worries or misfortune. We all want to have a very good life. So that is the reason, since we don't want all these things, we expect the good things in our life, the essence of sixth house increases. We don't want that, and by not wanting those things, actually we are increasing the significance of the sixth house. Because if we are not balancing the life, we are not balancing the situations in our life, something or something has to increase and something has to decrease. So when we talk about the significance of the sixth house, it is very important to understand that why it is known as Dusthana, because of the significations which it signify, which it specify, which makes our life difficult in nature, which shows certain ups and downs in life, certain obstructions and restrictions in life can be seen through the sixth house. Because how we fight back against the hostile forces of the nature and the environment, it shows our strength. If we can't put the force, if we can't put the strength and face it in a challenging mode, we normally fall in a painful situation. It creates sorrows and worries in our life, and that sorrow and worry is seen from the sixth house because we were unable to clear it off, we are unable to face it off. That is the reason it had made some sorrows and worries in our life. But if we try to do a certain work, imagine you are doing a certain work, even if you don't like that work, mark my word, even if you don't like that work and you are doing the work again and again, maybe for 5 years, maybe for 10 years, you are doing the same work. So a time will come when you will know, and no one better than you will know, means you will be the perfect one to understand that how the work should have been done. What were the modes in which the work will become a complete success, and what were the modes in which the work will become complete failure. No one better than you will understand how the work has to be done. That is the reason daily life's routine and schedule has to be seen from the sixth house. A man or any woman, any native who does the same work beautifully every day, a perfection comes, and that perfection helps the native to fight in competition regarding that work. For example, a student who wants to get very good rank in an examination, it is not like that in a day or in a night the student will get the rank. He or she has to perform well, and in order to perform well, they have to do the hard work. Hard labor is needed. That constant try, that competitive spirit has to be there. Every day and night they have to study. They have to think about that thing, and they have to work hard without any moment to spare. Then only that particular rank or that particular position has to be attended. That is the reason sixth house improves gradually. It takes time to improve. That is the reason sixth house comes under another group known as Upachya houses 3, 6, 10, 11. Previously it was Dusthana, that is 6, 8, 12. The significations of Dusthana I have already mentioned. But now I am going towards the betterment, means how we can use the energy of the sixth house. The energy of the sixth house can be used in such a way that we can improve our skills. We can improve our skills. Suppose think, sixth house deals with the diseases. If we have a healthy routine and schedule in our life, there is a less chance to fall ill. I am not saying that somebody who is performing yoga or performing good food habits or health habits does not fall ill. No, they may fall ill, but the chance of falling ill will be less because they are now doing their work perfectly. The person who has healthy sleep, healthy diet, healthy work style, living style will have less chances to fall in a bad situation, because now they know their energy is controlled, their life is controlled. So when we try to control our life in a better way, there is a less chance that we fall in a wrong situation. But coming to that better way takes a lot of time. It is not a one day work. It takes a lot of time to improve. That is the reason it is also known as Upachya houses, because Upachya houses takes a lot of time to improve. It will give the result, mark my word, it will give the result, but with time, not in a one day or 2 day work. Another thing I want to say you, that when we try to do the same work and we attend a position, because suppose a person is working very hard to win the competition. Take the example of a athlete. An athlete knows that he or she has to work very hard in order to win the medal or win the first position, the first rank. He or she is working day in day out for the years, and he or she knows that what are the modes to get the success. Now that particular native has got the perfection, and as soon as he or she will attain the perfection, when the execution day will come, when the day of competition will come, he or she will think that day just like another day. For them it will be just like another day. They will not suffer the nervous breakdown, because most of the time it happens when we don't have the enough lever, when we don't have the enough we don't do the work hard to that level. When the time of execution comes, we normally fall in, we normally have a nervous breakdown, or normally we suffer from such a situation in our mind that we cannot do, we cannot perform. Half of the time we think that we cannot perform, and that is the reason we are unable to perform. And that situation comes from the mind, that psychic. If we are not putting our lever, our mind cannot be strong in that manner. Yes, we can think that one day work I will do and I will be hero or something like that. It happens in an imagination, but in the real world it does not work. In real world, if you want to attain a such position, if you want to rise high in the life, we have to put constant efforts. Mark my word, constant efforts. That is what Upachya houses is. And as soon as we attain that position, suppose somebody has won a gold medal or somebody has attended the first rank. Now the problem comes. Now the struggle of the sixth house comes. How? Most important, because when you attain that position, now the next target is not attending that position. The next target is holding that position, because now you are trying to hold that position, you have to increase your efforts double, because now you have already attended it. You have to save that position. Now in order to save that position, your goal, the actual path of life, that spiritual life, it moves from the spiritual life. That is the reason back in the days in the ancient times, that sages, rishi or munis, when they used to do meditation, they used to do yoga, they used to get many siddhis. They used to be they used to get many powerful siddhis with that meditation and sadhana, but they never moved from the spiritual path of the life. That is the reason sixth house effects never affected them. They didn't have the greed to attain that post and position. But in our day-to-day life, in order to, if we want to attain that post and position, we have to give that constant efforts. And when we are trying to give that constant efforts, it will have some worries and sorrows in our mind. It will constantly hit our mind that we have to attain that position, we have to hold that position. That will create a constant worry in our mind, and that constant worry in our mind can also create some mental tensions within us. That is the time when sixth house, that Upachya house, gets converted into Trisadaya houses. It is another part, 3, 6, 11. Now 3, 6, 11 considers is named as Trisadaya houses, means not so good houses of the astrology, of the horoscope. First it was Dusthana, then I talked about the Upachya and how the energy of the Upachya can give rise to the Trisadaya houses, how the energy of the Upachya can be converted into Trisadaya houses. So now you can understand that how the balance in our life is very important, because if we are imbalanced, even in mentally or psychologically or physically, something will increase and something will decrease, and ultimately it will bring havoc in our life. So it is very important that whenever we attend a position or something like that, we should be free enough. We should have a thinking of universal acceptance, because 180 degree apart of 6th house is 12th house. 12th house is the house of universal acceptance, where we have a tendency to let the things go free. We have nothing to do with the worldly matters, we have everything to do with the spirituality and God. That is the reason it is 180 degree apart from the 6th house. Although 12th house is also the one of the Dusthana, but the significance of 12th house is completely different to the 6th house. So how does the planet works in 6th house? When the malefics come in the 6th house, the malefic energy gets a channelized form, because now the malefics will use their energy and make the native to work hard in their daily routine, work hard in their schedule, work hard to fight against the diseases, to pay off the debts, to fight against the enemies, to fight in the competition and rivalry. That energy will be used. Whereas when the benefics comes into the Dusthana or the 6th house, mostly now today I am talking about 6th house, so I will talk about 6th house. When the benefics comes in the 6th house, it is considered that the energy of the benefics go wasted, because benefics normally do very good in the Trikona and the Kendra houses, where the energy of the benefics can bring about fruitful results. So let us talk about the various planets and how do they work in the 6th house. I will start with the Sun. See, Sun is a mild malefic planet and it is considered to be a cruel planet. It is the king. So whenever Sun comes in the 6th house, it brings success to the native in every ventures. It helps the native to curb down the enemies, sorrows, worries, debts and the diseases. It gives the energy. It may seem that since it is a house of service, so Sun, since it is a significator of government, so it may show that the person can be a very good politician. It can serve the public, can be seen from the 6th house Sun. But if Sun is not in a very good position in the 6th house, if it is afflicted, then it can show the diseases of the right eye, the diseases regarding the eye, or the diseases regarding the vitality of the body can be seen from the afflicted Sun in the 6th house. Let us talk about Moon. Moon in the 6th house is generally not considered to be very good, because It can imply illness or sickness or danger in the childhood. It is one of the combinations of Balarishta Yoga. Balarishta Yoga means the danger to a child during the childhood, danger to the life. But if moon is in bright fortnight or exalted on its own sign or having other benefic aspects, or even the benefic points of Ashtak Varga is also very good, means 5 or more than 5, then it can also imply that it will help the native to rise above and rise high in a good position. We can take the example of Henry Ford. We know that Henry Ford was very successful and he had a strong moon in the 6th house. He also had very good Ashtak Varga points, 5 or more than 5, something like that. So he rose very high and he became a millionaire. So it depends actually what type of planets are there and how the planets are sitting there. But normally moon is not considered good. Let us talk about Mars. Now Mars is a soldier. Mars knows how to compete. Mars knows how to be a matchless warrior, that to become a matchless warrior and curb down the rivals. That is the reason Mars in 6th house can make a native very good administrator. Such person can, if the Mars is in a very good dignity, then such person can win court cases without any doubt. They can be very good in clearing of the litigations. Such person can rise very high in their life, because of the energy of the Mars will be helping the native to fight it off. That fighting spirit will always be there against the hostile forces of the nature, so-called hostile forces. But if Mars is not in a good dignity, then it can show that the person may have diseases regarding the blood, means anemia type of diseases can be seen, or it can also signify that the person may have cuts, wounds, accidents. Even sometimes if the aspects of other malefics are on this Saturn, then it can show that the native can have accidents due to fire and arms. It can also signify that. If we talk about Mercury, Mercury is again in a good benefic, conditional benefic, but if it is in a benefic aspects and in a good dignity, then it is also a good benefic. So Mercury again in 6th house can signify, if it is in a good dignity, it can signify the person is very good intelligent person and will rise high through his intelligence, can have lot of divine knowledge through the holy man. And since the 6th house aspect is always there, so Mercury wherever it sits, it takes the significance of that house. So it will make the native a bit quarrelsome, because Mercury is the significator of speech and communication. So it will make the native a bit quarrelsome, because such person will come into the quarreling part, argument very easily. That can also be seen. If we talk about Jupiter, Jupiter can, before talking about Jupiter, I will talk about if Mars is afflicted. If Mars is afflicted, then it can show skin disorders. It can also show that the person can have nervous breakdown, because nervous system can also be seen through the Mercury. It is very easy to understand, because if Mercury is afflicted, then it will be, it may come off. Jupiter is again a very strong benefic. If it is in a very good dignity, then it is very helpful to make the native rise up in the career very easily, because it will signify the it will aspect the 10th house through its 5th aspect. It will help the native rise up in the career. The same thing happened in the life of Jawaharlal Nehru. In the horoscope of Jawaharlal Nehru, Jupiter is sitting in the 6th house in its own sign and aspecting the 10th house. Although there were other combinations also, but Jupiter in the 6th house for Jawaharlal Nehru with the aspect on the 10th house helped Jawaharlal Nehru to rise up in the life. It also signifies the person may be very good fond in music and art. But if Jupiter is afflicted, See, if Jupiter is afflicted, then it will show diseases regarding the liver. Diabetes can be seen through that. It can happen the person can have lots of fat generation in the body. That means adipose tissues can be generated in the body much more. It can be seen through that. So let us talk about Venus. When Venus comes in the sixth house, normally when Venus comes in the sixth house, it signifies that the enemies of the native will be very strong and very powerful. But if the dignity of Venus in the sixth house is very strong, very good and very dominant, then the power of Venus will curb any sort of powerful enemies. Whatever maybe the powerful enemies are, if Venus is very dominant in the sixth house, if it is in a good dignity, then it will curb down each and every enemy, and the native will be successful in every venture. It will be very good in curbing down the deaths and diseases also. But normally Venus does not do very good in the sixth house, because sixth house is ordinarily the Virgo, the ruled by Mercury. And when Venus comes in the Virgo, it gets debilitated. The energy of the Venus is not so much in the awareness. It gets debilitated. So it is not so much good in the sixth house. But again I am saying, if it is in a very good dignity, then it will curb down the enemies. According to Phaladipika, it says that Venus in the sixth house has no enemies. See, if we take it in a good dignity, yes, if it is in a good dignity, then it will curb down the enemies. So you can say that it has no enemies. And Venus signifies the liquid wealth. So when it comes in the sixth house, it may signify loss of wealth. Means anytime in the life of the native, the wealth of the native will get damaged, or the destruction of the wealth can be signified by the Venus in the sixth house. Another two things I want to discuss, that Venus is the significator of marriage. So, and seventh house is the house of marriage. 12th from the 7th is the loss of seventh house. So when Venus comes in the sixth house, it can also show difficult timings of marriage, or if marriage has already occurred, then it can show difficult relationship with the couples, or difficult situations in the marriage. It can be seen through that. Another thing is that it can also signify the nature of the native can be corrupted through the young women. The indulgence of the native in young women can also be seen through that, which can corrupt the nature of the native, can also be seen through that Venus. And if Venus is afflicted, then it can show the diseases regarding the kidney and ovarian travels can be seen through that Venus. Let us talk about Saturn. Position of Saturn in sixth house is one of the best, because Saturn likes to do the work which is done every day. He likes to do that sort of works, and daily routine and schedule are also seen from the sixth house. So when Saturn is in the sixth house, the native will be very good in daily routine and schedule. He or she will be perfectionist in that work. That is the reason such persons are matchless warriors. Whatever sort of assignments are, whatever the difficult assignments are, that particular person will clear it, will be always be successful in all such type of ventures. That is the reason such persons become perfectionist. Whatever maybe the challenges are, they will face it. So they are very fearless of anyone. They do not. They are very brave in nature. They normally don't fear anyone, because they know that they can do it, and they does it every day, because of the presence of Saturn. Because Saturn is the significator of karma, significator of hard work and hard labor. It will make the native do the hard work and hard labor every day on that particular work only. So it will do the same work for the years, and he or she will become perfectionist. So whenever assignments related to that particular work will come, they will be matchless. Even if the difficult assignments, they will be matchless. When you talk about Rahu, see, energy of Rahu in sixth house becomes very stable. Such person can become very famous. Their name, fame, honor, intelligence, even psychic conscience are very stable in nature. If Rahu is in a very good dignity without affliction, then that person can curb down the enemies, diseases, debts, and can rise very high in the life, can get recognitions from the government. If Rahu is in a bad dignity, if it is afflicted, then it can also show ill ill health or sickness related to the rectums, lips or teeth can be seen from Rahu. When you talk about Ketu, see, Ketu, normally Ketu don't have the head, it has only the body. But when Ketu comes in the 6th house, it is very good. It is one of the best position for Ketu, because Ketu will signify that the good Ketu means in a good dignity will signify that the native will free from sickness. It will curb down the enemies. It will curb down the deaths. Any heated arguments or discussions, such person will be victorious in such type of arguments and discussions. Such persons are very large-hearted. Have their relatives love them. They can get name fame from the society, and they are normally get high ranks, means high officer type of ranks can be obtained through Ketu in the 6th house. So when we talk about all these things, we must understand that normally malefics do very good here, and benefics try to, if benefics are in a good dignity, then they will remove the disease, remove the deaths, remove the enemies, but their original energy, that benefic energy, will be wasted in all these significations. Their spiritual energy, their spiritual part won't come off, because 6th house is not a spiritual house. So that is the reason it is very essential that how we use our energy, how much disciplined are we. If we are disciplined enough, then we are actually increasing the positive part of the life. We are positive energies. And if we are not disciplined enough, then ultimately we are giving the path for the 6th house energy to come off. So this was the 6th house from my side. So next time when I come back, I will be coming back with the 7th house of the horoscope, that is astrology. So till then, stay safe, stay well, and I'm signing off for today. Thank you. Bye bye.